Welcome everyone to the Real Walking Cast, episode 37. I am Matrixlord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian? It drops out. What's up, Danette?
Hello.
What's up, Mike D?
Carl!
That's right. So Bob got bit. Bob is going to turn the hunters to walkers. Carol's probably going to die this year. We're going to start shrinking members. I think Teresa's sister may die.
I think Glenn's supposed to die, isn't he?
I don't think he's going to die.
Glenn? They need to kill him.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna keep him.
Uh,
I think he's safe till next season. I think that woman that's with the military guy, she's gonna die. And I think the other girl's gonna die from the governor.
I'm not familiar with what happens to, as you call him, the military guy. I forget his name too, but he, there's something apparently that in the comics that's a big deal with him that happens to his character, and they were kind of theorizing about that going down this season, possibly.
I heard that he's like Rick's right-hand man, besides Daryl.
In the comics, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, in the Daryl is, and then he's, the left. He'll be the other one. But Michonne, I don't like that she don't have the blades. That's gonna get resolved soon. Like, I'm sure she'll get him back.
Well, what about Morgan's character coming back too? How's he going to fit in with all this?
I don't think he's a villain. Because people are like, oh, is he a villain? I don't think he's a villain. But I think at some point in time, I think there's going to be a bombshell that not everybody that gets bit turns. And I think that's going to change the dynamic of the show. Because I think it's going to be that, oh my God, all these times we killed our friends, what if they didn't turn? Because there's got to be somebody that's immune to it. I don't think that everybody's got it. I think that, I always felt that the guy that they left by the tree is going to come back, that he just doesn't turn. Like he gets the, remember from season 1? They just left him by the tree, and then he had these visions that he said to Rick, stay with the boat. At some point in time, that's going to happen with the boat, with the water, or something. So, I think that we're going to see the Negan guy at the end of the season 5, because he's supposed to be the big threat eventually.
You said Dagan?
Negan or Negan? Isn't that the Danette? What's the guy's name?
Yes, Negan, something like that.
Right?
Is that the guy that's got the baseball bat with the barbed wire around it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carol, I think Carol's gonna die soon because she's too upset about the whole wanting to tell everybody everything type of thing, and I think she wants to tell them about the kids. So, I don't know. What do you think, Mike D? The whole situation walking back. When do you expect that?
I was just kind of brushing up on a couple of things here with the comics. Let me flip back over here.
Well, I hope they don't kill Carol off.
I like Carol too, but eventually they're going to have to kill people. They're not going to just not have anybody die.
Well, you can't have such a strong group too, because then it's kind of like having the Avengers out there. There's too many powerful people put into one group, so it becomes a little bit like, well, what's really a feasible threat to these people at this point?
Well, right now they look like they're unstoppable. I mean, you saw them all walking together. It's like, Jesus, look at this whole group. It's huge. They've got a huge group right now.
Well, Carl even said, we're able to help people. We're strong enough that we can go out and help people. So.
Yeah, well, we saw how far that got him before.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think this season Carl's going to get stabbed in the eye.
What do you think about the car with Daryl and Carol out at the car, and then the car drove by?
I think they're going to find Beth.
Beth, yeah, that's a character.
I think she's going to be alive, and I think she's going to be, but she'll die at the end of the season or something. I don't see them keeping her. But I do think there's rumored that Daryl's going to lose a hand.
I
Or get
think
a job.
in the comics, I think it's Rick that loses a hand.
Yeah, but Daryl's not in the comics, and I don't think doing that to Rick is a good idea. So I think Daryl's going to lose a hand. And then he's going to have to use the crossbow the other way.
Yeah, he's going to have a hard time using the crossbow.
Yeah.
So he could be like Ash from The Evil Dead, where he's got the chainsaw fixed to his arm. He could just have the crossbow
Yeah,
fixed.
I don't want to. Yeah, you can do that. But I think that, here's the thing now. The last episode is November 30th, right? And then we get a break, and then it comes back in February. It's like a split season.
All right.
So then, when it goes off the air in the summer, then the new series starts, a spin-off.
Okay.
So there's always going to be Walking Dead on the air, whether it be spin-off or the regular. That's what it's going to be. You're never going to have a break. You know what I'm saying?
Is this going to be a totally different cast of people, or are we going to see like a...
Totally different cast. It's already filming.
I read sort of a... Isn't it like it's Latino actors, or
I don't
that's kind of the storyline?
I don't think so. I think it's like family knit, like, you know.
Yeah,
mother,
I thought I read a
father,
breakdown.
brother, sister, you know, like 2 families or something. Or 3 families or something like that. On the other side of the world, I think. So.
And where would that be?
I don't know. I don't know. So what do you think is going to happen this year? Do you think they're going to reach Washington at the end, or?
Well, what about this Reverend character? The guy at the church.
What did they say in the comics about him?
I'm not familiar with his character at all. I'm not like that ingrained with the comics like currently, so I know that what was the message outside? You'll burn for this. It's almost like the scratches on the outside of the church almost seem like they were maybe his congregation, and he like just kind of cowardly locked himself in, and they were trying to scratch to get in, and I think that's what the message might have meant.
I think they're connected with the Terminus, but like they coexist with each other. Like, I don't know if they work together, but they just let each other live. I think that's what it is.
So he was tossing those people in that basement storage facility?
I think like the Terminus thing and them is sort of like the Governor and Rick. They had their own little feud, but then they stopped. And they just coexisted. Like,
so why is he the only survivor?
I don't think he's the only survivor. I think there was other people part of the church, like his group. Or his muscle.
Well, I meant, why is he the only person we're seeing now that seems to be a survivor, whereas the others were tossed?
He's not, because the vehicle had the cross on it, didn't it? So I don't know. Unless he's part of them. The hunters.
Well, what's the deal with what's on the trees? The markings on the trees?
I don't know. Not sure about that either.
Because we saw it the first time with Morgan's character at the end of the first episode this season, and then this last episode, we saw it on the tree where Bob was grabbed.
Yeah. But it had it on the guy's forehead, didn't he? The bearded guy? In Terminus? Didn't he have the symbol on his head?
I didn't put that together. Possibly, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So.
Well, we learned that Bob tastes better than he looks, apparently.
Well,
from what they claim.
They're going to get some indigestion or something because he's turned when he's bit. So they're going to become walkers.
See, that's the Colonel's secret recipe for Bob's leg.
Like I was saying off air, you're going to see somebody cough in the next episode, then you're going to start seeing them. They're going to turn. They're going to turn.
Well, maybe not. Maybe they, like you said, maybe they're immune
Well, somebody is immune. Gotta be.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, in the preview for the upcoming episode, didn't they show Bob was still alive? Like
Yeah.
they dumped him out like in the road using his bait or something, and so I'm kind of curious, like, if they find out that he actually was bit and they're just kind of tossing him back in with the group, or
They don't know he's bit. He could have got bitten in a spot that you don't even know. It wasn't visible. It could have been the back of a leg. It could have been somewhere that he was bit. You don't know. And he didn't say anything to anybody.
But here's my question too. He was bit, but then hours later he's still okay-ish?
Because some people it takes a while to turn though. Everybody's different.
Okay.
yeah, it depends on the severity of the bite.
The bite, if it was a very little bite, he's still going to turn, but it's going to take longer. Because he's going to have a fever. He's going to start, just like the guy left by the tree. He was sick for a little while, if you remember. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what's going to happen eventually. Something's going to happen in like season 9 or 10, where like Rick gets bit, and then they get so busy battling whatever that he doesn't even realize, and he forgets, and he's just not going to be. He's going to be immune, and then be like, "Oh my God, you didn't turn. You're the cure." It could happen like that. Then whoever is immune is the person that they need to create antibodies for or whatever, and inject everybody else. Like somebody's going to be the cure. I think that's how it's going to end.
It's going to be Carl.
I think Rick is going to. You're going to find out Rick's immune to it for whatever reason. I think something's going to happen. He's going to get bit. And he's just not going to turn. But they're going to be in such a bad situation that he's not going to have time to dwell on it. Like they could be going to war with people and stuff, and he's got to save Carl. And then afterwards, he's going to say, didn't you realize you were bit days ago and you're fine? And then they're going to be like, oh my God, we got to get him to Washington.
Or is Judith going to be the cure? Because she was born post-zombie apocalypse, so she might have developed some sort of antibody.
She could be.
Yeah, that might.
It could be a thing that if she is the cure, what if something happens and the zombies don't go near her? Like the walkers, they see her and they just don't go near her. Because they can't turn her. Like you'll see them about to go to her and then it'll be like, and then just go away.
Well, that's not their motivation, though, is it? I mean, they're not like decisively going after people to turn them. They're just like operating.
There's gotta be something that they just don't go. They stay away from. Nobody has tested that out. Like they're still alive even though they're dead. So there's got to be something that they just. There's got to be a way. It can't be constantly that they just. There's got to be something that they just gets to, like, all right, their own, somebody dresses themselves in the blood, right? There's got to be something else.
Well, according to, like, George Romero's Zombie 101.
But that's different.
Stuff. Yeah, but they still adhere to a similar, just like vampire films, they adhere to similar rules with things, I guess, if you will, that the zombies operate on like pure motorized instinct, I believe is the quote from Dawn of the Dead, where they have like flashes of memory of things like going to shopping malls or going in Dawn of the Dead shopping mall example is applicable there, but they'd go to Walmart, I guess, or something. I mean, they remember things, and it was kind of a satire of like today's consumerist society, where they're just kind of mindless zombies going and consuming being good little consumers. But I don't think that they have any sort of thought behind the conscious thought behind what they're doing. They're just kind of there because really, like Rick said in the episode, it's not the zombies that are the main threat anymore. It's the people. Yeah, and that's really what that show is about. Is it's not really a zombie show. It's really a post-apocalypse.
They know how to deal with the zombies. They don't know how to deal with the people because people are unpredictable.
Yeah, the zombies are black and white. I mean, they're going to eat you or they're not. You know, so you got to kill them.
Right. People, you don't know who's going to come after you or what. So that's the thing that's crazy about it.
That's why you need a good leader like the governor to come along, keep things together.
He's evil. Not misunderstood.
Well, hey, the cannibals have to eat. You know, they're hunters. Are they evil or misunderstood? Or
they don't have to eat. They could eat other ways other than eat people.
Hey, you're the hunter or you're the cattle.
Wow.
That gets into one of my favorite philosophies. You know, one must either be the hammer or the anvil.
Oh, here we go with the. Is that Prisoner reference?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. I just talked about that the other day.
One must either be hammer or anvil.
Yeah. All right. Danette, what do you think is going to happen? Closing thoughts.
Rick's gonna die.
No, he's not.
Oh, we're still on about that.
Yeah, I'm winning that bet. Carol Ann's watching this as we speak, I'm sure. I talked to her before. Yeah, I'm going to win that bet. Rick's going to be alive. I'm going to get my Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
Well, the big wager that we need to put on the table is when are they going to have the first Carl of the season?
I don't think we're going to get it.
Oh, come on. They're going to have it at least once.
They're gonna have to have it at least once. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as a victim as he used to be.
Well, no, not a victim, Carl. Just a Carl. You know, you get some sort of, you know, like you can say Carl so many different ways and embellish upon so many different emotions by saying.
I don't think we're going to have it, man. I think we're not going to have it for a while.
I think you're wrong. I think we're going to hear Carl.
No, I think they're going to save it for something crazy. Like, I think he's going to lose an eye, like in the comic, and then Rick's going to be like...
But they just built it up, though, by having Rick taking, like, that minute or two to tell him, don't ever think that you're going to be safe. So they're dropping that in there for a reason. So we're going to see that, too.
So Carl's going to get hurt. That's why. He is going to drop the ball. Rick almost got bit the other day. And Daryl had to save him. He almost got chopped in the neck.
Well, I love how Rick was like talking about I don't trust this guy, the preacher guy, and Carl's like, oh, we can help people out, and you know this, you know,
Rick's
idealism. Yeah, I know. Screw that.
Rick's like, that's all right.
I just like the you know, these people are my friends and family. If you do anything that harms them, I'll kill you.
I love that. He's great, Rick, man. He's a leader. I'm sorry.
Well, then the leader has to make decisions that aren't always popular.
Well, he's done that. He told Carol to go away. So, I don't know. He's going to be around for a long time, Rick. Daryl, I don't think the whole full time, though. I think Daryl, they will kill off eventually. I don't know if he'll go to the end. Was it 10 seasons, 12 seasons? They plan on doing? Hey, it's getting there. I mean, we're at 5 now.
They already renewed it for season 6 before season 5 even premiered. So.
Yes, an American Horror Story got renewed the moment the Freak Show aired, and there's talk of Jessica Lange being in the next one. So, you know, as the final one the next time. So, all right, we'll talk about that in the horror case. All right. On that note, thank you, Danette. Mike D. Take care, guys.